So okay, today's video we're going to show you guys making some S.O.S. This is a cheap Recession, old Depression, old military style food you can have for breakfast, lunch, dinner. We're having it for breakfast today. It's a very simple recipe, very easy to make. We're using hamburger, milk, flour, some salt and pepper, and some bread. That's about it. Grandmother made this for me, my brothers and sisters, and all my cousins pretty much weekly. This is a cheap food that you can feed a lot of people with. We're going to be feeding a family of 5 today. So literally, even with the price of food going sky high right now, we're probably going to be right under $5 on this because we're not using a traditional pound of meat. We're using about a half a pound of meat. We're going to use some bread, some flour, and some milk. And we'll figure it all up, but it's probably going to be close to $5 or less to feed a family of 5. That's pretty impressive for today's prices. Okay, so Hayden has browned this nicely, nice and quick. She did a really good job. You know, my girls don't like a lot of meat or onions. My grandma used to put onions or onion powder in this recipe. We're not going to do that today. So we're using a 73 meat to 27 fat. That's going to help with making the gravy also, so that's good. This is kind of the poor man's breakfast. Super easy to make. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour in here. I never measure out quite exactly how much we're using. I'm always add and subtract as I go. I'll put a recipe down below. We're going to use about 2.5 cups of milk today. You're going to do your salt. You're going to do your salt and pepper to taste. You can use whatever seasoning you want. This is what we're going to use. Hayden's going to go get the toast ready, and I'll continue to stir this.
Toast.
Hey, so we're off grid, and that's why we're cooking outside on this, and that's why you hear roosters, you're gonna hear dogs, you're gonna hear Bobby the peacock and chickens. But so we're done. This is done. This is a poor man's breakfast, but we grew up on this.
Kids have never tried it.
I made the gravy. I added a little bit more milk to the gravy, make it a little bit runnier because Hayden likes a little bit runny gravy. So let's try it. Bring it up here. Next. Family of 5. It's gonna be right around $5. You can make this in about 10 minutes. It does not take long to make this at all. Pretty much, here you go. Pretty much as long as it takes you to brown the gravy. Put some milk and flour in there.
Brown the meat.
Brown the meat. Brown the gravy. Brown the meat. Well, Hayden, let's see.
Super good.
Hayden loves gravy. Let's see how Hadley likes it. Hadley likes biscuits and gravy. This is a little bit different, Hadley, but I think you're gonna like it. It's hot. Blow on it a little bit.
Good.
That's real good. Okay, so this definitely isn't keto friendly, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to try some for you guys because you can't have a cooking channel if you're cooking and you don't try your own food on video. I already tried the gravy a little bit ago, and I love it. It reminds me back when my grandma used to cook this for us. It's awesome. I love it. S.O.S. Brandy, you know what that stands for?
Yes.
I don't think the girls know what S.O.S. stands for. I know what they told us what it stands for is poop on a shingle. You can put the other word in there. It's pretty funny. But like I said, you can make this several different ways. Sue the rooster back there agrees. You can make this several different ways. It doesn't have to be this exact way. So I'll put a recipe down below. It doesn't have to be this exact recipe. You guys can try. You can make it any way you want. This is a simple, quick way to do it. You could do literally onions. You could people put the beef bouillon in there. I've never tried it that way, but I know back in the military, old ways, they used to do it like that. So if you guys like this recipe, give us a thumbs up and leave us some comments down below how you guys make it, and if you guys grew up on this, and if you're eating it now like we are. Times are tough. You got to pinch the penny, and this is one way to do it. So Brandy and I and the girls are starting back the channel, and I think we're going to start a little series of cheap meals.
Yeah.
So is there one you had in mind next? So
Yeah, but they'll have to come back and see.
Oh, they'll have to come back and see. So we have a few videos lined up.
I was also going to say, if you, like, even if you're doing keto or something, if you need food and needs, like your little diets are probably going to go out the window and
for
just
sure.
eat.
Unless you go get you a harvested deer or something like this. This is a really good, inexpensive food. So guys, try it if you haven't tried it. If you have made this, leave us comments down below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.